Aniuk sighed. I know. Stella was in her 60s, more than 30 years older than Dev. Not only that, Stella was next. So smart that when she really took off on some line of speculation or analysis, Dev, who with a doctorate from Valhalla U was no dummy himself, could barely see her dust on the horizon. Granted, she didn't look all that smart now from Dev's perspective, dangling upside down in the cavernous volume of this chamber deep within the brick moon, with her mass of zero-gravity grey hair stuck out at all angles. And she did seem to be as baffled by the invitation, the message the radio telescope called Cyclops had picked up, as Dev was.
For one thing, she said, we haven't even finished Cyclops yet.
Sure, but the tests of the subarrays have proved successful so far, and we were just switching around various sample targets when this SETI thing just showed up in the data feed and downloaded itself, and
also, we've had reports that other scopes, mostly in the low Earths and the datum, have been picking this up too. That is, on other worlds, stepwise. This isn't just some beacon firing off radio messages in this particular sky. This is a long Earth-wide phenomenon. How the hell can that be?
Hesitantly, Dev said, There have been some odd reports on the Outernet, too. Funny stuff out in the long Earth. Nothing to do with radio astronomy. Strange stuff in the Troll's long call. She seemed to dismiss that.
And then there's the decryption.
She looked again at the tablet screen, the two blunt words in plain English. Join us. There seems to be a lot of information buried under that basic pattern, Dev said now. Maybe we'll need the full Cyclops array to be up and running to extract all of that.
But the point is, she said heavily, that what we have received came with its own decryption algorithm encoded into it, like some kind of computer virus, an algorithm capable of translating its own meaning into English.
And other languages too, Dev said. Human languages, I mean. We tested that. We downloaded the thing into a tablet owned by a native Chinese speaker among the crew here.
Dev had got a corporate reprimand for that. But the tense relations between China and the Western nations down on the datum meant nothing here, 2 million worlds away.
How? Stella snapped now. How the hell can it speak to us? Presumably without any prior knowledge of humanity in our languages. We think this was sent by some civilization far off in the direction of Sagittarius, many light years away, maybe even somewhere close to the center of the galaxy. Our radio leakage can't have got that far, even from the datum.
Dev, bombarded, lost his patience.
Professor Welch, you are senior to me in the field by decades. You wrote the text I studied from. Also, you're a next. Why are you asking me?
She eyed him, and he saw a glint of humor under her irritated impatience.
Tell me what you think anyway. Any ideas?
He shrugged. I guess that, unlike you, I'm used to sharing a world with beings smarter than I am. These Sagittarians are smarter than that again. Smarter than you. They wanted to talk to us, and they knew how. The important thing, Professor, is to figure out what to do next.
She smiled. We both know the answer to that.
He grinned back. We're gonna need a bigger telescope. Join us. And even further from datum Earth. One day Joshua Valienté would call this elderly troll Sancho. But he already had a name of sorts in this troll band. Not a name any human could recognize or pronounce, more like a complex summary of his identity, a motif in the troll's endless song. And now, feeding with the others on rich bison meat as the light of an early spring day slowly faded, Sancho was disturbed. He dropped his chunk of rib, stood up and scanned the horizon. The others grunted, briefly distracted, but they soon returned to their meal. Sancho, though, stood still, listening, watching.